So during that time of the testing, his he arrested, meaning his heart and his lungs shut down, stopped. So John died, okay, and he was resuscitated, meaning he was brought back to life and was intubated, and he was on a ventilator or life support, which I know it's much, most of you understand what that means. John was on life support for 14 days. One morning, one of the doctors who was one of the main medical directors called me and said, "Mrs. Boama, we've tried everything."
It's okay. It's okay.
"We tried everything and nothing is working." So I hope that you have help for your kids. And I just remember standing on the line, and I said, "Okay, thank you." And I just said, "Lord, help me." I said, "God, help me." And I said, "God, I know you didn't give me these kids to take away my husband. I can't do this alone." And I prayed, I cried, I prayed, I cried. And when I say prayed, "Lord, help me, Lord, have mercy." And that's all I could say. So it was difficult. Difficult is an understatement. Imagine for 14 days going back and forth to the hospital. He wasn't talking. He was just there. Machines, and those of you who are in the healthcare field, you can imagine the scenery. Machines and beeping, and mind you, I'm a nurse, so I know the things that could possibly go wrong. And I remember the doctors talking to me. I think at some point they even thought I was crazy because they would give me the situation, and I know very well that based on that situation, things are not good. And I would say, "Do whatever you can do to bring this man back." And I remember a time the doctor called me to one of the consulting rooms. And you all know what that means, right? And they said, "Mrs. Boama, we're going to need you to sign a DNR form for your husband." And those of you who don't know what DNR means is do not resuscitate, meaning if while he's on a ventilator, something was to go wrong, if his heart stops, if he stops breathing, we're not going to do anything. Basically, we're going to pull the plug. And I said, "No." I said, "You're not going to do that." And he was looking at me like I was crazy. I said, "No, you're not going to do that." I said, "Do you know that man laying down there?" I said, "No." I said, "He is a man of God." I said, "No. Whatever you have to do to bring him back, you do it."